Welcome back to Vibe Vault. Today, we're diving deep into the final moments of some of the NBA's most iconic legends. Whether they exited with a grand farewell or a quiet goodbye, these players have left an indelible mark on the game of basketball. In this video, we'll explore the last games of 10 NBA legends, who together boast an impressive 49 NBA titles and have made 142 All-Star appearances. From farewell tours to surprise endings, their final games were as diverse as their careers. So grab a seat and let's relive these unforgettable final moments. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, known for his dominant presence on the court, saw his final season with the Boston Celtics. By the time 2010 rolled around, Shaq was not the powerhouse he had once been. Injuries had taken a toll, and he was no longer the unstoppable force that had terrorized opponents during his prime. His last season was marked by a series of physical setbacks that limited his effectiveness. Shaq averaged just 9 points per game during the 2010 regular season, a stark contrast to his earlier career stats. He was limited to only 37 games, a sign of the toll injuries had taken on his body. Despite these challenges, Shaq remained determined to make an impact in the playoffs. The Celtics reached the second round of the playoffs, and Shaq was eager to contribute. In a pivotal matchup against the Miami Heat, Shaq's Achilles tendon gave out just 3 minutes into his appearance. The injury effectively ended his Hall of Fame career, and he didn't even manage to score in his final game. It was a disappointing end for a player who would redefine the center position and won 4 NBA championships during his career. Despite the lack of fanfare in his final game, Shaq's legacy as one of the greatest big men in NBA history remains intact. His larger-than-life personality and dominant performances will always be remembered. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, retired 3 times, each time under different circumstances. His first retirement came in 1993 after winning his 3rd consecutive NBA title with the Chicago Bulls. Jordan's decision to step away from the game was partly influenced by the murder of his father, which had a profound impact on him. Jordan's return in 1995 was highly anticipated, and he quickly reasserted himself as one of the league's top players. However, his second retirement in 1998, after leading the Bulls to their 6th title, was supposed to be definitive, but the love of the game pulled him back. In 2001, Jordan made a comeback with the Washington Wizards. Though he was no longer the high-flying Air Jordan of his prime, he still managed to average 20 points per game. His final season was a testament to his enduring skills and competitive spirit. Jordan's last game took place on April 16, 2003, against the Philadelphia 76ers, led by Allen Iverson. The game was a media spectacle, with numerous celebrities and former NBA players in attendance. However, Jordan's performance fell short of expectations. He struggled, scoring only 15 points on 6 of 15 shooting. The Wizards lost 107-87, and Jordan's farewell was overshadowed by the loss. Despite the lackluster end, Jordan's impact on the game is undeniable. His career was marked by unparalleled success and an intensity that redefined the standards of excellence in basketball. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain's final game in the NBA was a fitting end to a storied career. The 1971-72 season saw Chamberlain, now a veteran, averaging 13.2 points and a league-leading 18.6 rebounds per game. Despite being past his prime, Chamberlain was still a formidable presence on the court. The Lakers, with Chamberlain and Jerry West leading the charge, made it to the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks. The Knicks had previously been defeated by the Lakers in the previous season's finals. However, this time, the Knicks emerged victorious, denying the Lakers the championship. In what turned out to be his final game, Chamberlain put up an impressive 23 points and 21 rebounds. Though his career ended in defeat, his performance was a testament to his legendary status. Chamberlain's impact on the game, including his incredible scoring and rebounding records, remains a significant part of NBA history. Larry Bird. Larry Bird's final NBA game was both poignant and historic. Bird's career had been marked by intense competition and remarkable achievements. By the time he reached the 1992 playoffs, he was dealing with a debilitating back injury that had severely limited his effectiveness. Bird's final NBA game took place during the Eastern Conference second round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Despite being 35 and struggling with back issues, Bird managed to average 20.2 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists for the season. His contributions earned him his 12th All-Star appearance. In Game 7 of the series, Bird's performance was constrained by his injury. He scored 12 points, grabbed 5 rebounds, and dished out 4 assists. The Celtics were unable to hold on, and the game ended in a blowout loss. Bird's final appearance was a somber end to a career filled with brilliance, but it highlighted his perseverance and dedication to the game. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's farewell season was a celebration of his incredible career. In November 2015, Kobe announced his retirement with a moving poem titled Dear Basketball. The announcement marked the beginning of a farewell tour that saw fans, players, and celebrities honoring one of the greatest players in NBA history. Despite the Lakers' struggles throughout the 2015-2016 season, Kobe's final game was a showcase of his legendary skills. The Staples Center was packed with fans, eager to see one last performance from the Black Mamba. Kobe's final game against the Utah Jazz was nothing short of spectacular. After a slow start, Kobe found his rhythm and put on a show for the ages. He finished the game with 60 points, the highest total ever scored in a player's final game. His performance included a dominant fourth quarter, where he outscored the entire Jazz team. The game ended with a 101-96 victory for the Lakers, and Kobe's performance was a fitting send-off to a career filled with greatness. Kobe's final game set several records, including the most points scored in a career finale. His emotional exit from the game he loved was a testament to his incredible impact on basketball. Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's final game was shrouded in a sense of inevitability. Entering the 2015-2016 season, Duncan was already 40 years old and had shown signs of decline. His performance that season was the worst of his career, with an average of just 8 points per game. Despite his aging body, Duncan's leadership and experience were invaluable to the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs made it to the playoffs, and Duncan's contributions were crucial. In his final game, Duncan scored 19 points with 5 rebounds and a block. As the game ended, Duncan quietly exited the court, raising his hand in a subtle gesture of farewell. It was a quiet end to a remarkable career, but it was a fitting conclusion for a player known for his humility and team-first mentality. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's final season was a grand celebration of his illustrious career. After leading the Los Angeles Lakers to back-to-back titles in 1987 and 1988, Kareem announced that the 1989 season would be his last. The entire season became a farewell tour, with teams across the league paying tribute to one of the game's greatest players. Kareem's final regular season game was a memorable event at the LA Forum. The Lakers organized a special ceremony, complete with an oversized rocking chair for Kareem and heartfelt speeches from teammates and coaches. Kareem's son even sang the national anthem before the game. However, Kareem's final game was not without its challenges. The Lakers made it to the 1989 NBA Finals, but were swept by the Detroit Pistons. Kareem, at 42, could only contribute modestly, averaging 12.5 points and 5 rebounds over the series. In his final game, Kareem scored 7 points and grabbed 3 rebounds. Despite the loss, Kareem's legacy as one of the game's all-time greats remains unmatched. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's retirement in 1991 was a shock to the basketball world. At just 31 years old, Johnson was at the height of his career, coming off a finals loss to the Chicago Bulls. However, his announcement was due to his HIV diagnosis, which was a major blow to the NBA community. Magic's return to the game was highly anticipated. He made a triumphant comeback in the 1992 All-Star Game, where he was named MVP. He was also a key member of the Dream Team that won gold at the Barcelona Olympics. Magic's desire to return to the NBA was strong, but he faced reluctance from some players regarding his HIV status. After a brief stint as the Lakers' head coach in 1994, Magic returned to the court as a player in 1996. Though he was slower and heavier than in his prime, Magic still showed flashes of his old brilliance. He averaged 14.6 points, 6.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds, helping the Lakers achieve a 22-10 record in 32 games. Magic's final game was less spectacular, with a stat line of 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. despite the team's first-round playoff exit and internal struggles. Magic's return was a testament to his enduring love for the game. His final moments were a bittersweet conclusion to a career filled with magic. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon's transition from a Houston Rocket to a Toronto Raptor was a significant shift in his career. After 17 years with the Rockets, Olajuwon signed with the Raptors for a final season. It was strange to see him in a different jersey, and his performance reflected his aging status. He averaged just 7 points per game, a noticeable decline from his prime years. In the playoffs, the Raptors faced the Detroit Pistons. Despite Olajuwon's experience, the Raptors were eliminated in the first round. In the decisive game, Olajuwon played only 15 minutes, contributing 8 points and 4 rebounds. It was a quiet ending for a player who had once been a dominant force, but Olajuwon's legacy remains significant in NBA history. And there you have it, an in-depth look at the final games of these NBA legends. From grand farewells to understated exits, each of these players left a unique legacy. Their last games, whether filled with triumph or challenges, are a testament to their incredible careers and the impact they had on the sport of basketball. Thanks for watching Vibe Vault. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts on these legends and their final moments in the comments below. Catch you next time, where we'll dive into more stories from the world of sports and beyond.